everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here today to take a look at what I've been doing these last couple of days. So, as we all know, last time I left you, well, besides the giveaway drawings, last time I left you, I was knee deep, almost quite literally, in scraps. And this project was born out of two things. The scrap thing, so like all the scrappy mess stuff. And also Sammi Jarrad's channel. Sammi is asking or challenging people to, during this time when you know, it's a little bit nuts all across the entire globe, to do a happy mail challenge, to send some happy mail, to spread some joy, to share some love. So I was like, yeah, I'm totally on board with that part, right? Totally signed up. I'm ready to go. Then my scrap thing happened, and I was like, let's make it work. So what I've done is, as I was sorting through my scraps, I came across some like pieces of ephemera that were almost done, or kind of done, or partially done, or were going to be pieces of something larger or whatever. So I've taken some of those and kind of just finished them off and put them into sets and stuff, and then already started putting together envelopes. And then I've also made, and then what I've got down here and what I'm going to work on now is several small craft scrap journals. So like journals that I've made out of scrap paper, which will make sense to you in just a moment. That's what this is. This one's done, so I'm gonna save that one for last, but let's just do a brief show and tell of what I've got going so far. Some of these things, so I had a bunch of these envelopes, and these were the biggest size envelopes that I had, so I was trying to just see, like, as I did things, if it would fit in there. So here were a bunch of scraps that I came across, and I had already apparently made this cool little notebook here. See, it's actually pretty well constructed. I was kind of impressed with myself. And then I had a bunch of leftover ephemera pieces. So these are all just little ephemera pieces. And I made a pocket and stuck them in there. So we've got this little mini notebook thing. So that'll be headed off to somebody. Then I have, I had made this little, with one of my file folders. I had made this a while ago to show, like, this is one of my file folders, and then I had printed some of my golden sunny flowers on the inside and then turned it into a little notebook. So I had just made that as a project share, I think maybe when I was introducing either the golden sunny flowers kit or the burlap kit, or maybe I did them in the same video, who knows. But so I had made that, and it was just chucked in the scrap drawer for some reason, so now it's going to somebody. And then I had a couple of tags, and I finished them off by putting some stuff on top, some ribbons, and a couple of butterflies. So there are a couple of tags. So this little care package is going off to somebody. Then these I'm going to have to just kind of like staple around the edges of these, or tape, you know, packing tape, and just put labels on there. So this was an envelope that I had made for something, and I don't know what. Honestly, I can't remember what it is. And then I had a whole bunch of miscellaneous, I think that's all of it. Nope. One more piece. Miscellaneous little bits and pieces of, so this is a little coin envelope with a little tag, and there's a little paper inside. Then I had a couple of embellishments. This is like a pocket. This is just a embellishment. Then I had this tuck spot, or it could be a journal card. And then this is a tag, pocket tag. Okay. So I am putting all of these inside of this envelope, and somebody will get this. Oop. So there's that one. And then that'll just go inside here and just be, you know, like I said, I'll just go around it somehow. Same thing with this one. because I have this set of tags. So there are different size tags, and then they have pockets and different laces or stuff on the bottom, and then a little tag inside of their pocket. So like this one has a tag here. And these are some Mrs. Coggs images that I had. And there's a bigger one. So a set of 4 tags that are tied together, like so. And those could be definitely taken apart and used, you know, however. So that'll go out to somebody. So I'm gonna write notes. I think what I'm gonna do is pick from a couple of different Happy Mail, like rack lists. So I know that Tracy's got an extensive rack list on her Facebook group, and then Emily at Emephemera's Treasures has a pretty good rack list going on her Facebook group. So I'll probably just go, and maybe I'll just have the girls, like, I'll just have them pick, because they don't know anybody, so they can just go like random pick some people, however many of these I end up with. So then these, what I have situated here, are little mini scrap journals. So like, here's what it is. It's literally just a bunch of pieces of scrap paper. This one has some Miss Coggs. I think this is like the tea kit, tea and coffee or tea time or something like that. And I had a couple of pieces of it cut out from when I did my tea. These are some Tracy Fox papers. Then there's little just random pieces of stuff in the pockets. Okay, so these are just little scrappy journals that I have put together. So I kind of tried to, this is a pocket there. This has a pocket. This is a piece of, little folded up piece of scripty ephemera that I got in a Happy Mail a while ago. So yeah, I've tried to just kind of put them together into themes as I was going through, you know, sorting my scraps. Part of what I was doing, in addition to sorting by colorway, there, and then there's a little pocket in the back here, and same thing in the front, little pocket. And this, see how it's kind of torn up on the top? This is actually this was a piece of, it was a, oh my gosh, an end paper in a book that I had saved, that I torn out and I saved. So, ta-da, now it's a journal, mini baby journal with this lovely Mrs. Coggs image on the front. So this is what I'm going to do. I have like, I think 4 of them sitting here on my desk, and they're literally just, I've sewn the signature, like the little journal together. Oh, and then I could have put a couple little beads on the bottom. So pretty quick and easy. Also, again, another super stash busting thing. So yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And as you can see, what I've done is just like, here, the nature journal, that one got a lot. This one is like some butterflies and kind of prettier, softer things. This one's got, oh, this one's fairly finished already, I think. This one's just got some lighter colored papers and things. And then this one has some leftovers. This is kind of leftovers of the 2,000 subscriber journals that I made. So as I was going through, I've already just bound the little books together. I think I did them all. Yeah. And then I just have been kind of shoving, like, so as I thought of something that would go in this one, I just shoved it in, and as I sorted. So what I thought I was going to do, if you guys care to join me, we can, we'll work on that one first since it's almost finished. Ugh. I'm going to just work on putting some finishing touches to these. Let's put these over here. Oh, they want to slide. I am so done with collaging, you guys. Oh my gosh, I have collaged. Let's just empty out all the stuff here. Oops, there's something hiding in here. I've collaged so much. Yeah, this one doesn't look like I have that much pieces. So this is, again, I already did the, oh, I stuck that on though. I'm gonna glue that on, maybe with some cheesecloth. Let's just do that right away while we're chatting. Where's my cheesecloth? Oh, come loose. Okay, I need to cut off a new hunk. What was I saying? Oh, my collages. Okay, so my giant collage pieces. I am done. I don't even know. I'll do a flip through. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a flip through of that stuff. Like, I'll show you where I'm at with all that, because I have the next phase of projects, and I think it's kind of become a bigger thing, like I have a bigger idea now of what I'm going to do with all that. It's transformed. It's grown. Excuse my squeaky chair, guys. Okay, I've got this little tiny floral. And I'm just going to put it down here. Grab the Fabri-Tac. Maybe if I scoot forward on my chair, it won't squeak as bad. So I'm going to link Sammy's channel below for sure, so you guys can go over and look at her her video and consider doing it. Her thought behind it was to try to do Happy Mail that would fit in an envelope. So that's why I didn't even explain that part. That's why I had everything in little envelopes already. Was she was saying, you know, could we find a way to do it? And I think her thought was with one stamp. But, you know, I can't do anything. I do the most. It's what I do. So mine are probably going to require more than one stamp. Some might not. But I have a postage meter, so I'll just check them before I send them. I've got these little Tim Holtz, so I'm going to stick that in there. And then I think maybe I'll just make a couple tuck spots if I find places. So look, aren't these fun though? They're just like little scrappy baby journal. Oh, I already did. There's a pocket there with some Tracy Fox in there. Some postcards. This is that cool fabric paper. And then I left it long down here because I'll tie on some, maybe I'll go on that one, on this piece right here. I left it long because I'll tie on some beads. And this is the most not exact crafting right now. I am not trying to be exact. I'm just trying to make some little bits of happiness to go out to the world. So like I said, Samantha's challenge was to try and do some Happy Mail that would take only one stamp. And like I said, I'm doing the most, so mine will take probably a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm willing to take 2 or 3 stamps just to get some happy out into the world. Okay, so there's a little tuck. Now I have to find something to tuck into my little tuck. Let's just cut this down here. I'm not even inking, you guys. I'm not doing it. I'm not inking. I've got a little postcard here. And this is, I think, a Mrs. Coggs image. This came to me in some Happy Mail. I have found this altered paper clip, so maybe we'll clip that bigger guy in there somewhere. Let's see. Here's a bigger page. Well, let's clip something in. There we go. Boom. We could use this to make a tuck. Oh, I have this little thing too to make a tuck spot. So let's go maybe here, huh? If I did that, then I could put that. Yeah, let's do that. So how are y'all doing today? I hope you're enjoying this lovely Sunday. This probably won't post till Monday because lately my videos have been taking like literally 4 or 5 hours to upload. I don't know what that's all about. It never used to take this much upload time. I've got this cute little label. Let's put that on there too. But for some reason it's taking forever. So I'm filming this in the afternoon on Sunday, and that means that it probably won't upload until tomorrow morning. So this will probably be, you're probably watching this on Monday. So how's your Monday going? There we go, that's cute. Oh, there, I made another little tuck spot there. These postcards. Let's see. Let's put another tuck spot back here somewhere. Shall we? Maybe here. Oh, I don't want to cover up that shininess though. Maybe on this guy. And then will this fit in there? Well, maybe we'll make it a belly band. Ooh, if I'm very careful, it will fit as a belly band. So anyway, you're probably watching this on a Monday. So I hope your start to your week is good. We were just remarking in our household how every day feels like the same day right now. I know that that is not unique to us by any means. This whole thing has us all messed up. There we go. It just fits. Cute. I've got this one. I've got a label. Let's find a place to put the label. How about right there? Every day feels the same as the day before. Like yesterday, we actually went to church to record our music for today's remote service. So yesterday felt like our Sunday because we were at church recording worship, my family and I. And so then that felt like our Sunday. So we felt like church was yesterday. So we came home and like we usually take naps. I kind of like this. This is this really cool self-stick trim. I kind of want to use it somewhere. Yep, why not? So yesterday felt like our Saturday, or I mean our Sunday. And then today we were like, now today feels like we watched church online, and now we feel like this is just any old I don't know. You just really it starts messing with your head when every day starts to feel the same. Oh, come on. Like I said, oh, let me cut those off though. Like I said, we're not the only ones. How are you guys dealing with that? It's like, how are you, do you have some great strategy for keeping track of days and not letting one just blend into the next? There we go. Just had to apply a little, see, look at, isn't that sweet? Well, it's really sweet when it all peels off the right way. There you go. My girls just want to keep wanting to go run errands and stuff. They're just, you know, it's so funny because we're so used to being in the house all the time. And they're used to being in the house all the time. But now that we can't go out of the house, they're freaking out. We'll put these little bits back here and they can use them to glue in other places if they want, whoever gets this one. And oh, I do have this too. Will that even fit? I'll keep that for another one. Okay. Then I have my, there we go. I've got some little beads. These are just small little beads. So these will work perfect for making a little cute dangle at the bottom. Let's see what color is the pinks. So now that they can't go out of the house, oops, I forgot to tie my first knot. Now that they can't go out of the house, of course, that's all they want to do is go out of the house. So they keep coming up with reasons like, well, Mom, don't you need some butter? Don't we need some bread? Don't you want a Diet Coke? They just keep coming up with reasons to go out of the house. Lizzie finally was yesterday. She's like, I just want to drive my car. Because, you know, she's got her own car. I wonder if she has any shifts this week at work. My eldest, the 16-year-old, works at Chick-fil-A. But they've reduced their hours. They don't do breakfast anymore. They're closing an hour earlier in the evening. And so she hasn't, you know, had that many shifts, which is totally understandable. Plus, we kind of discussed it, and she's like, well, I know that there are people that, like adults, that count on this as for rent and food for their family. Like, so if she doesn't need, you know, food for her family. we're blessed and able to do that. So she's like, if other people can take this shift and then they can actually, you know, earn more money, then she's willing to forego her shifts. But in doing so, then she sits here and be sad that she's not seeing her friends and getting out of the house. But proud of my child for both of them have very loving and giving hearts. Okay. So there we go with that. Wow, I just tied that knot really low. Ugh. Okay. The other sad thing is, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but both of my girls are in their school musical, and they were going to do Into the Woods this year, and Lizzie got a leading role. She was going to be the baker's wife. Well, she is the baker's wife. There we go. There's one. Let me put it in an envelope. Well, I'll put a tie on it too. But this is just how I will sing. So it'll close. It'll just be a little bit thicker. But not bad, right? I mean, still. And it's not super heavy, so I think we should be good. Anyway, she's going to be the baker's wife, and now I don't think they'll be having any musical, which is so sad because they both really look forward to it. Okay, this one's kind of butterflies and flowers, right? Okay, first, let's see what I've got to work with here. Oh, I've got some banners. I have a bunch of tabs. This was, I was working on my last Tracy Fox design team project. I've got some of my rip seeds, this says seed, rip strips. These are a couple of Tracy digis and some little scrappies. Oh, here's a little envelope from one of her kits. I don't know if I can really put tabs on because I think they'll stick out. There's some more banners. I think they would stick out too far. A couple pockets and a tag. Okay. So guys, see how, I mean, first of all, how easy this is, right? This was not hard. I literally just pulled together a bunch of scraps that kind of matched the same general theme and bound them together into a larger scrap piece of cut off, you know, heavier weight. This one's kind of a card weight. And then I put together, you know, a bunch of scrappy pieces that kind of matched it. I think we'll just do like one of these butterflies on the front with, I have like a, maybe a couple butterflies. Let's just rip a couple out. It's a great way, again, like since I am in mega use up my scraps mode, this is another great way to do it, but also to pass along some of that to some other people who will hopefully be really happy to see this arrive at their door. I know I adore getting mail that is not bills or, you know, boring junk mail or catalogs, or how in the world did I end up on like every single catalog list in the whole world? I swear the minute you order anything online, you're on every catalog. Let's see. Yeah, this has got a weird cut on the end, so I'm just going to tear it. And then I have just over to my side here a couple of other just random pieces from, well, I might just be able to do it here, like this for the front, and then maybe I'll put a little cheesecloth. Yep, that's what I'll do. So this is just another way to bust my scraps, man. It's kind of incredible, I must say. As I was doing this, as I have been doing this, it's been kind of incredible how many scraps I truly have. And you know, when it's down in the drawer, it doesn't look like that much. It's deceiving. It's deceptive. It just looks like, oh, you know, when I'm top down, and if I'm dig down a little bit, I'm like, oh, well, that's not bad. You know, like I could be doing way worse. Right. I mean, I suppose I could. I could probably have just, I have got like something stuck in there. I could be doing way worse. I could have, you know, 2 bins full. I could have ignored my scraps, threw them back in there, and then, you know, just got a new bin and started with that. There we go. I like it. That's cute. I feel like somewhere I have, oh yeah. I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. I didn't just do that. I did. That's not what I wanted. Oh, boy, I've got like 1,000 little labels in here, and I feel like this needs just a little extra something. Something. And I feel like I had in here, if I'm remembering right. Ha! This little, look at, you guys. Can we just talk about how impressive that was, that I knew right where this thing was that says scraps, and I wanted it, and I literally knew which one to go to, because I have like 8 of these little things over there, and I knew which one to go to, and I found it that fast. Let's just say that never happens that way. That moment of not reality was brought to you by super luck. Okay, I wanted it. Now I don't know where I want to put it though. Whoa. On the bottom maybe? Because the tile kind of go across there. Yeah, let's do that. And let's use Fabri-Tac. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I like this style cap. You know the other ones that have the screw-on cap? Is that only Fabri-Fix that has that? I've never had one that has just this little pop-on cap thing like this, and it's kind of bugs me. I feel like every single time I take off my glue, it like sticks to my finger somehow. Whiny. I'm not trying to be whiny. Look at there. At least I have it. Okay. Scraps. I love that. I kind of wish I had one for each journal, but I know I don't. But somehow I knew where this was, and that was still, I'm still kind of impressed with that. Okay. So let's put some things in some places. Maybe we'll put, I have 2 of these pockets. Maybe we'll put one in the front and one in the back. These are from a Tracy Fox project that I just did. I think it was my last. Why is my, come on, art glitter glue, walk with me. I think it was my last big journal that I did. And then I dove headlong into Scrap Town, and I haven't had my head above water since. Okay. And we're going to put them kind of sideways-ish because I can. Now I don't have any like big pieces of paper to make tags out of. My other pile of stuff. Oh wait, I forgot. I have this. I also, as I was going through, I found a whole bunch of little bits and pieces of scraps of things and bits and stuff. So I bet in here we can find something that will fit in there as a tag or something. And to make sure that I didn't just glue it. Ooh, that's gonna go, it's gonna slide in too far. And that's too fat. Maybe I'll just put a, oh yeah, I had a bunch of these too. Maybe I'll put like something on a tab. Oh, hey, let's use one of the tabs for that though. We'll just use a tab on top and then it won't slide too far down into the pocket. This is how I can use some of the tabs. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then let's, readjusting. Let's put one on the back. We'll put this pocket on the back. All right. Sorry guys, just got quiet. All of a sudden I was like concentrating on my gluing. Okay. So, like I was saying, I've been super amazed at how many scraps I actually have, how big the pile actually got. Slightly embarrassed and kind of glad. I've got some of these cute little, oh, they'd be perfect in here. Mrs. Coggs images, her kits. They're so pretty to have. Okay, yeah. I thought I had another one of these. I have no idea. See, like these things? I have no idea where those came from. Or what I was using them for even. That's part of when as I've been going through the scraps, that's part of the like embarrassment is like, I have scraps of things that I don't even ever recall printing or making or buying. Guys, why is my what the heck? Hopefully that's enough. I've never had my art glitter glue get like gloopy before. I mean, usually I'm using it like every day. Lately it's been glue stick mania. You know that big box, if you guys watched, there we go. If you watched my my last big video, you saw that I had a whole box of like school glue sticks. Yep, I have used them up. They're gone. That's how much of this junk I've been doing. Okay, let's use a couple of these cute little Mrs. Coggs girls because they're adorbs. Let's find pages where, let's see, I can cut her down a little. Adorbs, little girls. Should I make her a pocket? Yeah, why not? I'll make like a side loading pocket. So on that journal, or on that last video, I was also talking about getting out of your head. And like even right now, this, I would never be able to just decorate a journal this fast. But I have found a new freedom in kind of like not, I don't want to say divorcing myself from the process, but just getting out of my head. And this little mason jar is cute. A little mason jar, so we'll stick that in there. That fits perfectly. Not too far in so I don't glue it in. But just, I think this has been a good exercise in making decisions quickly, which I normally don't do. Here are some fussy cut butterfly pages that I just cut down into making them into little pages. That was kind of fun. Let's see, here's another place where I could put, I've got some scrappy bits here. That's fun, we'll put it there. I like that. See, look it. This is like practice in making quick decisions and not overthinking things. Because if I did, I wouldn't get any of these things done, and then nobody would get Happy Mail. Now, this isn't like a journal that I'm going to sell. This isn't a journal that has been like something requested by somebody, but still that doesn't matter because I like how they're turning out. And it's getting me out of my head. There we go. I've got this envelope. Oh, it's not even glued shut. Let's see. Let's glue the envelope shut. So I highly encourage you. I have several people that have said like, oh man, I don't know if I want to even go there with my scraps. That's too big. Let's see, I have some other, you know what, let's put some, we'll give them some, these are my perpetual calendar printies. So let's put some of these in there. I think they'll fit, yeah. Several women saying, oh gosh, I don't know if I'm ready to tackle my scraps yet. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. Plus, just wait till you see all the fun things that I was able to make myself with all my scrappy bits. That can come... Oh, I don't want to rip that one off though. Oh, I've got these too. Those are a little longer. Oh, I've got this cute little pocket too. It's a little too wide for there. So let's put it back here. Even if you can't, like, even if you don't want to go full blown out like what I did and just attack the entire thing. Maybe I need to clean out the tip of my glue, huh? Even if you don't want to go out and attack the entire scrap drawer at once, just grab like the top layer of stuff and go in on that. Make some happy mails. Okay, I've got a couple of these like small little tags. So we'll put that in there. Okay. Oh, I've got these. Maybe we could put a couple. Oh, there are several. They're kind of long for this book. I suppose I could cut them down though. Well, that'd be kind of cute long like that. Usually I sew these in, but we're just gonna glue them in today. So yeah, even if you just take the top layer of your scrap drawer out and start working with that. There we go, a couple of banners. I like banners. They can be a tuck spot too. They can turn into a tuck spot, which is kind of nice. So there's those. And then let's put on the other side of that, wherever that is. Oh, I pinned to it. Let's see. Well, maybe we'll find another spot back here. Okay, we're going to put this little rip strip definition for seed. And now, so here's my next biggest thought now, moving forward, so that I do not recreate the insane mess that I had of scraps right now. Should put some banners in there. No, that's good space to actually write. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm going to do. We'll put some banners there. What I'm going to do to try and keep my scrap bin from becoming the insanity that it is now. So how am I going to cull the scrap bin on a regular basis? Like, that's got to be moving forward. That's got to be part of my aim, is to not let it become what it is. Ooh, do I want that side or that side? This side. Do you guys have ideas? If you have a way or something that you do on a regular basis, I mean, besides collage, because I'm going to have enough collage for a while. That's that same one. It's just too tall. Nope. I'll just have to trim it off. I didn't want to lose this cute little bud up here, but it's fine. So how do you manage your scraps so that you keep them from getting overwhelming? I do have, I kind of wonder if I'm going to start like trying to be like, you know I was kind of joking around about it in my last video, but I kind of am serious too though, to be a little bit more like how Gail has hers organized. I mean, it might take a little bit of front end work to get that way started, but it might be a good thing so that I can put my hands on certain types of scraps, because I feel like maybe I would use them more often. It's just a little slightly wide, so I'm going to cut. There we go. This little page calls for something, and all of these definitions are way too long for this little mini. Oops, I'm gonna lose that. Let's see what I got over here in this pile. Oh, here's a label. That'll be cute. So yeah, maybe I'm going to try and be a little bit more organized about how I store my scraps rather than just throwing them in there. Because I feel like if I go through all of this and don't come out the other side like better at handling my junk, then I kind of have lost. Then I've kind of lost anyway. I feel like I should learn something from this. Oh, can you guys hear the birds outside? And now an airplane. Or helicopter, it sounds like. We live by a, not too far from us in the next city over, there's a small, like a little regional airport that like the helicopters, the news helicopters and everything go in and out of. Oh, look, one more mason jar, and I bet it will fit perfect. Yes, sir. Okay, I like that. Do I have any? Oh, you know, I've got this with these cute little cutout things. So let's just do my not so fussy cutting, because they'd be cute as little page embellishments. Do you guys watch Jessica Rapp? She's awesome. She's got all kinds of great videos. And she just did one on this is like a doily. Can you see that? It's I printed it on this ivory cardstock, and it's almost impossible to see. Maybe when it's cut out it'll make more sense. Anyway, she was using UV resin to make book plates for the fronts of her journals, which actually they turned out really cool. The only thing was that you need like a UV light to cure the UV resin, but then she was saying you don't actually need it because you can cure it in the sun, which of course would make sense, UV. But I just so happen to have a 16-year-old who loves to do her nails and has a UV light that I could probably use to cure. So I might need to procure myself some UV resin. See, look, right away, there's already a place. And that can actually be a little tuck spot. Wouldn't that be cute? I kind of like working in mini like this. So maybe we need to get some UV resin, try making some book plates. That'd be kind of fun. And then now, what do we stick in there? Look, I have a little tag that can stick in there. This page needs something. Oh, I have this little round. This can be another little tuck spot. Not that I need, so the UV resin thing, not that I need more projects to work on, because clearly I have enough projects to work on right now. Got this little ticket. These are from Chantal. Hi Chantal, if you're watching. Those came in a journal that I ordered from her. I got a traveler's notebook from her. I'm going to just put this little guy right here. That's cute. There we go. Okay, I'm going to call that one done because I don't want it to get too fat, because it still has to be able to go inside of it's supposed to go inside of an envelope. Okay, so I'm going to put these little bits back over here. Ooh, back in my little folder, oh goodies. Let's close that up for a minute because I don't know why it's getting chunky. Have you guys ever had your art glitter glue get chunky? I've never had that be a thing. For roll. Okay, let's tie some beads. And then we'll probably be done with this video. You get the picture. I'm just going to finish those other two journals up. And which way is up? And get them on the mail. So like I said, if you guys want to participate in this Happy Mail Spread the Love little campaign, go over and check out Sammi Jarrad's channel and hear what she has to say about what her challenge is. And I'm thinking, I watched it a few days ago, so excuse me, don't quote me on this, but I think she's doing a giveaway. I think there's a giveaway associated with it. So like if you link pictures of your Happy Mail that you've made, or if you share them with her on, I forget what she said, Insta or something. If you share pictures, then you'll be entered for a drawing, which is extra special. I feel like, okay, so that's what I was going to say about Jessica Rapp too. I just watched her, she had done a giveaway a couple days ago and then drew for it today. It was kind of a secret one, a not super advertised one. And then it was going to be for 3 things initially. And then today when she was doing her drawing, she was like, oh, I had a great response. So she hauled out all this extra stuff that she started giving away too. I think right now, this is something that I've just been, again, really impressed with, is people are doing whatever they can to impact the world in whatever little ways we can to try and make, you know, to spread some love or joy or something. There's just so much negativity right now that, and it's not even like from people. It's not even people being negative. It's just the circumstance we find ourselves in is not the greatest circumstance, so it lends itself to being a negative situation. So if there's some way that we can, here we go. There's some way that we can do a little bit to help spread some love, then dang it, let's do it, right? So here's where I realized that I had completely forgot to clear my previous video off of my memory chip, and so I ended up with a random cut off spot as I was rambling on at the end of my video. Anyhow, now you don't have to listen to that ramble and you just get to watch this screen and listen to me say thank you to everybody who is doing whatever you can to try and spread some love and joy in this crazy time that we find ourselves in, and that no matter what side of this planet you find yourself in, no matter what country or situation you find yourself in, I hope that you're able to find a little bit of joy today, that you're able to smile a little bit, that there's something that makes you happy. And then if you can pass that along and you know, share it forward, then awesome. So until I see you guys again with my next video, which is going to be some more scrap busting, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is on whatever side of this fantastic planet of ours that you live on. And until I see you then, take care, guys. Be well, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.